Once I like get on the app and I get annoyed the moment I open the app, it's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah, 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 Hey y'all, checking in. It is, what time is it? It is like 4:15 in the afternoon. I am actually not doing anything writing related. Well, I sort of. Um, but I'm not physically writing yet. I know, but I need to preface that by saying I don't always like get up in the morning and the first thing I do is write. You feel me? Sometimes I may have other pressing things that I need to take care of. There may be not my lunch under my nails, gross. But sometimes there is more pressing things that I need to take care of. There may be content I need to schedule. Sometimes my day just doesn't unfold in a way where I can just get up and start writing. On top of the fact that, I'm sorry, my dog is acting so crazy in the background. On top of the fact that the way I write and the way that I want to attack Nanowrimo is not one of those things where it's like, okay, get up in the morning, write, da 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 da. Sometimes I need time to acclimate back into this plane after being asleep, baby. And sometimes I don't get up ready to write. Now, are there mornings where I do get up and write? Absolutely. Today wasn't one of them. Yesterday wasn't one of them. Okay? So I just kind of let my day unfold the way that it's supposed to. So today I actually got up and I had an extra long meditation session today. And I didn't think that it was going to go that long initially, but I got up, I made me some coffee, I read like 3 or 4 pages of the artist way and did my morning pages. And the morning pages, child, I'm telling y'all, they will get you. They will get you. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've did my morning pages, like really sat down and focused and did them. And I haven't gotten emotional, but today it was different. Um, it was a lot of stuff, like unpacking a lot of stuff about my mom and things of that nature. I'll talk about that in a whole nother video. But that was my morning pages today, and it had me emotional. And then, crazy enough, as I'm writing about the dreams that I've been having, because I said that in my Instagram story today, where I was like, I've been having a lot of dreams about my mom. And that's not something that I typically dream about. Like, I don't think up until recently I ever really dreamed about my mom like that. And as I'm literally writing this in my morning pages, my sister calls me because she saw my uh, post on Instagram, and she calls me, and so me and her ended up talking for like almost over an hour because she's also been having dreams about my mom. So like this morning, like, was very emotional. It was very, I mean, honestly, that's the best word that I could use for it. It was very emotional. And so I decided that I didn't want to go into my writing that way. So instead, what I started to do was to get together my scripts for YouTube videos that I have coming up. Also, while we're here, let's talk about that, because where I would love to do a vlog every day of Nanowrimo. My ADHD and my attention span is just not set up like that. Like, I can be sitting here and going about my day, and it'd be like 8 o'clock before I be like, damn, I ain't filmed that one clip. You feel me? On top of the fact that being sick really threw me off of like schedule for that. So what I decided to do is, it may not be a vlog every day, but every day I'm going to upload some piece of content. So like, I just got done scripting for, what was that for? A video that I plan on doing on writing tools. I have a video that I'm doing on overcoming writer's block, my writing ritual. So even if it's not a vlog every day, you guys are going to get a video every day that will hopefully assist you and inspire you and do something to your creativity. You feel me? To help you while you're writing for Nanowrimo. So that's what I've been doing. I think I'm going to try to film today. Today is not my filming day at all. My filming days are Wednesdays. But I'm in the mood to film. It's quiet. My neighbor is not here. Not going to be here for a minute. So I have quiet. My boyfriend's at work. The animal. I was about to say the animals are quiet, but where's she at? Athena, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you even know? No. Just being loud, just because she can. Once she calms down, because usually when I film, I go into the other room and she tends to stay on the side of the house. So hopefully I can get her to hush while I'm filming. But that's what I'm in the mood to do. And I'm not even going to hold y'all. I'll probably won't even write until I get into bed tonight. It may be one of them trapping from the bed type of write nights. So I'm going to get to it. I'm trying to bounce back after being sick and things kind of falling behind a little bit. And I feel like once I get caught up, I'll feel a lot better and be able to stay on task. But I'm going to go do that, and I will check in with y'all later. Hey, you all. I am doing, this will probably be my last check-in for tonight. I'm about to, what time is this? 9 o'clock. I'm about to start to wind down a little bit. I still need to eat dinner. I'm going to have leftovers. I made a rice bowl with some things in it. And I'll probably eat the leftovers for that for dinner. But I wanted to pop in really quick. Number one, this will probably be a 2-day, possibly 3-day vlog. I'm not sure if I'm going to vlog tomorrow. FYI, if I didn't say it, it's Saturday, November 4th. But I'm probably going to put Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, possibly. Hi, Becca, I'm coming. He's just so impatient. See, you made me lose my train of thought. But, if I vlog Sunday, I'll probably include Sunday. But I don't know if I'm going to vlog yet. I don't know. Sunday might be my editing day this week. However, the reason I'm here is because I am watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Kennedy J. And in her vlog, she was talking about, one of the parts in the clips, she was talking about a couple of different things that really took me aback, because I too have been thinking about these things. And she was talking about social media and the overconsumption and how she hates feeling like she's constantly selling, right? I too have felt like that. And I think for me, that's what the eclipses were about. And I know I'm also in my 10th house perfection year. Google it. Okay, Google it. But I'm in my 10th house perfection year, so all of these things are making sense. But one thing that I've really been thinking about is how I show up online, or how I want to show up online, right? I want to say August, October, one of the two. Probably even September too. But I was thinking a lot and feeling a lot like I wanted to get off of social media. And I had to unpack that. I had to figure out why I had grown such a distaste for social media. And I want to say almost about a month ago, I deactivated my Twitter. And for me, Twitter had just become such a toxic place. And not just toxic because of the ugliness that be on there, right? But toxic for me because I was constantly looking at other people and what they were doing and being like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm working hard too. Like, where is my XYZ type shit, right? And I had to unpack that. I had to figure out why, because let's call a thing a thing. I had to like unpack why I felt the need to have validation for people outside of myself, right? I know I'm a dope person. I know what my motives are. I know what my intentions are. I know how I move, right? I know I'm creative. I know I'm smart, very analytical. All of these things I know about myself, and I still felt the need to have somebody else say that to me, or to tell me, or to pat me on my back constantly, right? And once I got to that point, mixed with just the ugliness that Twitter has turned into, I was like, it's time to deactivate. Once I like get on the app and I get annoyed the moment I open the app, it's time to go. It's time to go. You feel me? And so I deactivated my Twitter. I don't know if I'm going to reactivate it, TBH. And that just started me down this like drainage pipe, I guess you could say, because you know how the water swirls. That's how I felt like I was doing. Like I was just constantly thinking about how I want to show up online. And tied into what Kennedy was talking about, it's kind of one of those things where it's like I don't want to constantly get online and be selling myself. I don't want to constantly get online and overconsume content that influences me to buy things that I don't need, to be a way, act a way, show up in a way that's not authentic to me. And that's just where I'm at right now on my journey in life. I'm just in a place where it's just like, if I can't be myself, if I can't show up as Mecca, I don't want to be in that space. I don't want to be in that community. I don't want to be in that environment. And albeit lonely, I found so much peace in that place, right? Like, even with the content that I have plans to share with y'all, it's parts of myself that I've always wanted to share, right? And I know for a content creator, the question should be, what does XYZ need? Even with my North Node being Aquarius, I'm supposed to serve the people, right? But my thing is, like, I can't serve y'all if I don't first understand how to serve myself. And I feel like that's the conversation that we really don't talk a lot about, right? Like, we don't, when it comes to serving the people, serving humanity, doing your part, that's well, fine, and absolutely needed. But it's just like, at what cost to yourself? And that's where I'm at. Like, I feel like I've given so much to where now it's time for me to refill that cup. And I know that is such a cliche saying, but that's genuinely what it is. It's how I feel. I feel like I poured and poured and poured and poured, and now it's time for me to replenish that. Like, now it's time for me to like let folks get the overflow. And it's like, that coupled with, like Kennedy was talking about, just the overconsumption and the influence of being on social media. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, me deactivating my Twitter and pulling back from other social media as well has made me really ask myself the question, when did you lose yourself? When did you lose yourself? Also, that speaks to the fact, I think I wrote in a script for a YouTube video that I am working on, where I was talking about a big part of the eclipse for me was understanding and realizing that I have to find what my homeostasis is, right? Like, I have to find what a regulated nervous system looks like for me. And in doing that, I realize I don't know what that is because I've never had that. So where a lot of other people are doing just that, finding their homeostasis, finding out what their new normal looks like, what a regulated or a re-regulated, I should say, nervous system looks like, I'm having to figure those things out for the first time. I don't know what it feels like to not be anxious. I don't know what it feels like to not be worried. I literally don't know what those things feel like, and I'm figuring those things out for the first time. And it's liberating, but it's also very uncomfortable, right? So I don't know. Kennedy talking about that just made me think about that. It made me think about the fact that, like, I'm in a place right now where if I can't show up authentically as myself, I just don't want to show up. I won't. Like, I won't be in community. I won't be showing up. I won't be posting content if I don't feel like it's feeding me just as much as it's feeding y'all. I don't know. Rant's over. Okay, I'm about to go eat. Drop me a comment down below if you can feel what, like, if you feel what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's why it's important for us to get up off these interwebs sometimes and live life. And I'm gonna say the same thing to y'all as I say it to myself. Sometimes we just gotta disconnect. It's great to have online community. It's great to be able to engage with each other on the internet. But what's your real life shit look like? You feel me? Like, what do you do in your day to day that feeds you? Right? The internet, I ain't gonna say it's always gonna be here, but for right now, it's here. It ain't going nowhere. You feel me? And I feel like we just made the internet our whole lives, and it's just like, I don't want to be that type of content creator. I don't. Finding a balance. Finding a balance. Hey y'all, checking in. It is Sunday, November 5th. It is about 6-ish. And today has been a lot emotionally. I'll put it like that. I've been thinking about all day how I wanted to say this because I know I need to say it, but it's hard to find the words really, and I feel like it's something that a lot of creators don't really necessarily talk about, and if they talk about it, they skim over it. And I want to really formulate this into a whole video. I just don't have the brain capacity to do that right now, but I think today has been emotional for me because it's hard when you feel like you're in your waiting season, right? It's really easy for us to look at everybody else, compare ourselves to everybody else. It's easy to feel like we're working really hard and we're not seeing the fruits of the labor that we put in. And if I had to pick one thing that bothers me the most about entrepreneurship, it would be that, right? Because we can all sit here and act like we just love everything about entrepreneurship, and there are absolutely things that are very lovable about it. But when you're first starting out, I feel like people like don't really talk about that. That's something that's glossed over a lot. It's something that I'm always interested in because when I hear people be like, "Oh, rags to riches," I'm like, okay, so in my Capricorn mind, I'm like, okay, so what did your rags period look like? How long did it take you to go from rags to riches, right? And I feel like we don't get to see from a lot of creators what it looks like. You feel me? And I even, like I said earlier, I really struggled with how I wanted to say that shit today because, child, it's been real ghetto over here today. It really has. And I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I even had a moment today where I was like, I told my boyfriend, I was like, I'm like this close to getting a job. Like, this close. And he just looked at me like, why? And I just told him, I was like, because I was like, it's hard going from somebody who has been providing for myself for, oh my God, since I was like 16, 17 years old, to having to now depend on my partner, my significant other, to handle everything and pay all the bills. And it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. And I don't know if anybody else can identify with that, but like going from being somebody who always knew that I had myself, and not that I think that my boyfriend don't got me. I know that. That's no question. But going from somebody who never really depended on other people to provide for them, like, it's really hard. And that shit really made me start considering like going back and getting a job today. He was like, you've only been like, you quit 3 months ago. Like, what are you expecting right now? And I even had to ask myself that, because even though I feel like I've solidified myself in certain ways in terms of a presence online, I also did a really major pivot that I wasn't expecting to do. And so now, whereas a lot of people knew me or know me online for my spiritual content, I'm still making that spiritual content. It just looks different. And so I'm having to, I don't want to say deal with the fallout, because there are people who still are very much so engaged in the content that I pivoted to. But I also have to build that back up, right? And it's hard. It's so hard. Like, it's so hard. Every time I go to turn this camera on, one of the animals is making noise. But I realized, because I'm currently editing the vlog that you are about to see in real time, and I realized that I did not film an end clip whatsoever. So this is the end clip, because I didn't just want to cut the video off and be like, you feel me, that's kind of abrupt. But it is about almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up, okay? We didn't get a late start this morning. We actually started quite early. I've been up since about 7:30. And I have been editing since then. Not just this video. I've edited a couple of videos at this point. But I wanted to hurry up and get this one edited so I can go up tonight. And I think I'm going to get some lunch. And then I'm going to write, because I'm sitting at Nano update, about 4,500 words right now, which ain't bad. It ain't bad, but it's not really where I want to be. And like I said earlier in the vlog, them 2 days of being sick, it kind of threw me off. So we're getting caught up. I'm not going to be one of them people that stress Nano. I'm not. Okay? Wherever we're at, November 30th is where we're at. Okay? Like, I see so many people making vlogs and they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Baby. This is a springboard. Okay? This is a starting point. Nano ain't about to take me out, okay? We gonna get done when we get done, and that's gonna be that. But I think, well, I know I'm gonna end the vlog here. This was a very emotional vlog, a very ranty vlog, a very talkative vlog. So if you stuck around to the end of this vlog, I appreciate you so much. Drop me a comment. But I had to get that stuff out, and I wanted to show myself talking through it, because I feel like a lot of times we don't get to see stuff like that from creators, right? We just get to see everything is great. And baby, everything is not great over here at all. Like, I'm up and down right now. Like, this is probably the most I've spoken all day long. TBH. It's just one of those time periods where I'm processing my emotions and I'm sitting with my feelings. And sometimes y'all are just going to get a vent to the camera. It's going to be what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here so I can finish editing this vlog and get it up for you guys tonight. I hope you guys are doing great with Nano and just life in general. And y'all know my slogan, be great, get bread, stay all the way live, and with everything, be intentional. Have the day you conjure. Peace. Yeah.